Have you ever noticed how many modern websites instantly react to your interactions, like sorting a list or filtering search results right in your browser? This dynamic behavior often relies on JavaScript, which powerfully manipulates the web page you see. While incredibly useful, this client-side dynamism can also open doors to a tricky security problem. To prevent DOM-based XSS vulnerabilities, the most direct answer is to rigorously control how untrusted user input interacts with the document object model. This means ensuring that any data coming from the user is properly sanitized and contextually encoded before it is written into or used by the DOM. The core mechanism behind DOM-based cross-site scripting, or XSS, is a client-side attack where malicious scripts are executed in the user's browser. Unlike traditional reflected or stored XSS, which involves server-side injection, DOM-based XSS originates and executes entirely within the browser's DOM. A malicious script manipulates the DOM directly, often by tricking the browser into interpreting user-controlled data as executable code rather than just harmless text. The primary way to protect against this is through robust input validation and contextual output encoding. First, always validate and sanitize all user input on both the server and client sides. Remove or neutralize any potentially harmful characters or scripts. Second, and crucially, when you insert user-controlled data into the DOM, always apply contextual encoding. For example, if inserting into an HTML element, use HTML entity encoding. If inserting into a JavaScript string, use JavaScript string encoding. Avoid using DOM methods and properties like inner HTML or document.write directly with untrusted data. Instead, favor safer alternatives such as text content, set attribute, or creating new elements and appending text nodes. Additionally, implementing a strong content security policy, or CSP, can serve as a powerful defense in depth, limiting which scripts can execute and from where. Understanding the concepts of sources and sinks is key to preventing DOM-based XSS. A source is any DOM object that can take user input, like a URL parameter or a referrer header. A sink is a DOM object or function that can execute dynamic code, such as inner HTML, document.write, or set timeout. The vulnerability arises when untrusted data from a source flows directly into a dangerous sink without proper sanitization and encoding. Many modern web frameworks offer built-in protections, but developers must still consciously use these features correctly and avoid bypassing them. By diligently validating and encoding all user input, selecting safer DOM manipulation methods, and employing defense-in-depth strategies like CSP, you effectively eliminate the pathways for malicious scripts to hijack your users' browsers. This proactive approach not only secures your application from DOM-based XSS but also builds a more resilient and trustworthy web experience for everyone.
If this helps you code smarter, like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more.